Federal prosecutors expected to rest their case in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial as soon as tomorrow. Right now, the jury is seeing a collection of invoices, credit card statements, and travel records to try to help the prosecution prove that Combs' business created a criminal enterprise that existed to fulfill all his sexual desires. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges and denies any wrongdoing. Joining me now, civil trial attorney Tre Lovell. So, Tre, how did these invoices and travel records help the prosecution's case that Combs' business was indeed a criminal enterprise?
Hi, Kira. It's much like you said. They're using it to show that the companies were involved in the payments, supporting the criminal enterprise, supporting Diddy's activities with respect to the sex trafficking, and just kind of trying to tie the companies into it, both from a financial perspective and the employees, from an assistance perspective, because they really need to fulfill that prong, that element that this was an enterprise. Because if not, if it's not a criminal enterprise, it all falls.
So the jury also saw phone records between Combs and his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura after the on-camera attack at the Intercontinental Hotel in 2016, the video that we've seen time and time again. Combs isn't on trial for domestic abuse. So what do you think these messages prove?
I don't really know if these messages are all that significant. I mean, the video speaks for itself, and that video is subject to one of two interpretations, whether or not it was just an emotional relationship that they had and a fight that went south, or it was actually part of this coercion to support the sex trafficking. So it's really the video and the testimony surrounding that that's relevant. Whether or not Combs is trying to get a hold of Cassie to, try to come up with a story or something like that. I don't think that's as material as the video itself and the other testimonies surrounding, what the motivations behind it.
And Tre, a second juror has the potential to be dismissed. Now, we already reported juror number six got 86. That happens. If that does happen, how could that impact, you think, the outcome of the trial? When we talked about the first juror, you said not so much, but what about two?
Well, the whole idea with alternative jurors is that they're entitled to be there. They fulfill the criteria. They've been chosen and selected as alternates, excuse me. And that if one or two jurors or even three happen to be dismissed, it shouldn't be a problem to have the alternate jurors step in. But the problem is it kind of shakes the dynamic of the original jury, both from a racial perspective, diverse perspective, and that really shouldn't matter. But I think the defense is just going to make every argument they can, and against any changes in it to show that it's disrupting it. But it shouldn't make a difference.
Tre, thank you.